heat is in an airtight box,
Do do
it'll
do
just
do.
remain as heat.
Hey,
So I need
gonna
oxygen in your car.
let it get together before I start. See if I get some people on. Mm, 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 mm. Do, do.
Sort of charred dust falls into the notch that I create, and then with some oxygen
Okay.
flowing in there, you eventually get a coal. Hopefully,
Okay. Well,
I'm so
I guess
disappointed
I'm
with
just
the
gonna
light
go
bill,
ahead.
but I can't let it get me down.
Oh,
Bradley's inland. The guy lost his rod. I was thinking to myself, how
what's up, everybody? What's up? Before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, but hey, if not, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to press on. And I just want to say, how y'all doing today? How are y'all people doing on this beautiful Monday evening? How is your day? You know what I'm saying? I hope all is well. So, got an interesting topic for tonight, and I think it will be a pretty cool one. So, wait a few more seconds, and then we just gonna go ahead and just get straight to it. And just dive right on in. Do 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 do. I hope y'all are doing good today. Hey, but you know what? We're just gonna go straight in. So tonight's topic is, get y'all ready.
I can't believe something like this happened.
Be transparent if you
How
want
am I
to
gonna
be
fire
healed.
up the
Let me let that sink in for a second. And I'm gonna say it again. Be transparent if you want to be healed. You go like, well, what do you mean, Lighthouse? What do you mean? Meaning, we have a lot of people who, I'll say, they're toting around different things, and then I'll say they're not being real. You know what I'm saying? And you're going like, well, what do you mean by that, Lighthouse? What do you mean? Okay, a lot of people have a lot of different things going on in their lives, whether good or bad, but they're not being transparent enough to say, I got this going on. Or they try to put on a facade saying, I'll use an example. Like, I'm going to use myself as an example. Like, oh, hello, hola, how y'all doing tonight? Hope all is well. But just to do a little recap, tonight's topic is be transparent if you want to be healed. So you have a lot of people who want to, I'll say, act like they're I'll say super sister or super brother in Christ. And I'm just saying an example. That's good. That's good. That okay. Don't walk around here, I'll say, acting like you have it all together, you have it all figured out, and you're trying to put on a facade that everything is all good. You don't have any problems. You're just a perfect person. And that's the thing. There is no perfect person except for Jesus, who died and rose again for all of us. So when I'm saying be transparent so you can be healed, if you know that you are struggling with something, just go ahead, and you don't have to admit it to me. You don't have to admit it to nobody else, but have that conversation with the Lord, for one, because one of the first things that needs to be said is admitting that you got a problem. So, like, prime example, I'm a type of person. I love music. I'm still on my journey with the Lord. I'm just the type of person, I love music, right? But at the same time, I'm not the type of person to sit here and go like, you know, I don't listen to this, or I'm not dealing with this. I'm just a super brother or sister in Christ or whatever. And that's the thing. When you have, I said, when you start thinking like that, then I said that's a tool that the enemy can use against you, because one, you're not being transparent or real with yourself and saying, hey, I have this issue going on, and not even an issue. This is something right here that, hey, you know, I know the Lord is working on me. I give him all the glory. I give him all the honor. And I know that, hey, it's okay, because every day I get better. The Lord is helping me. He's growing me and he's strengthening me. But you don't have to walk around and act like you got it together all the time, that nothing bothers you, that you don't do nothing or whatever, because guess what? We all as people have our shortcomings. The only thing is, hello, how you doing? Yes, we have our shortcomings, but if we ask the Lord to say, Lord, hey, I'm not strong in this particular area, can you help me? You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, if you give the Lord something to work with, or just like when you go to work, if you give somebody uh something to work with, then you can be helped. You can't be helped if you sitting there holding on to something, or you're not expressing what's going on. You're pretty much limiting yourself or whatever, and you are sitting here again, like I said, putting on a facade and try to act like everything's together, and really you're not even all the way there yet. So when you're being transparent and you can be honest about what you have going on, then guess what? The Lord can come in and he can help you get stronger in those areas. And the fact of the matter is that your testimony, like I've said before, can be something that can help other people to help realize, like, hey, you know what? I was struggling in this area too. But you know what? I can admit that I have a problem. And guess what? I can get help for this. But one of the biggest things that people have a problem with, or issue is not admitting that they have a problem. They would just sit there and walk around dead. And I'm saying that, like, even spiritually, you're sitting here walking around dead. And this is a topic that we've been talking about at church and in Bible study. It's called prison break. Like, you're literally trapped in your prison. So when you're not being transparent, when you're not being clear, you're in a sense of a prison. And guess what? The enemy will have you thinking that, oh no, there's nothing wrong with this or whatever. You're not going to be whatever, or, you know, there's no need for you to be doing this, because you're just going to be stuck in this same situation. So don't tell anybody what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Just accept what's going on with you and in your life. And when you get to those type of situations, you have to be real with yourself and just say, hey, Lord, I'm being transparent. I have these things going on. Can you please help me? Or whatever. Can you, Lord, I submit my mind, my thoughts, my body, my soul to you, so I can be the best version of myself. Because one, I want to be a productive person in the kingdom. I want to be completely free. So, you know, when you admit that you have a problem and you have an issue and you have all of these different, I'm going to say, isms going on, then guess what? When you vocalize that and say that you got something going on, guess what? Don't you think that the Lord won't, or he wouldn't honor that? And so you can get the proper help and the deliverance that is needed so you can be free. And that's the thing. Anytime that you have those thoughts that, maybe I shouldn't share this, or maybe, you know what, I don't even know if this is the right thing to talk about or whatever, guess what? That is the enemy sitting there trying to tell you something that is not correct. Because guess what? The enemy is never going to tell you anything good. So if you sit there and not say these things and you're not vocalizing what's going on, and guess what? You don't have to share that with me or like your pastor or stuff like that. You can have a conversation with the Lord. So guess what? You are admitting out loud that, hey, I got a problem in this area. So guess what? Now that I vocalized it, now that I've said it, guess what? That's where the healing can come in. That's when, all the steps for being free can come in. And guess what? You can get out of that prison so you can be free. I mean, that's pretty much what the topic is. Oh, excuse me, for this evening. Be transparent so you can be healed. And the question that I would ask is, do you really want to be healed? Or do you just want to stay in the same position that you're in? Let me say this again. Do you want to be healed or do you want to stay in the same position that you're in? And if you want to be healed and you want to be in a different situation that you're currently in, then guess what? You have to be transparent. You have to be, keep it real. Like, don't you ain't gotta lie to me and tell me something to make it sound good. Cause guess what? I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. Nobody else has a heaven or hell to put you in. You can when it's judgment day, you have to be accountable for whatever your actions are. So if you're sitting here acting like everything is all, I'll say all peanut butter and jelly, and you got these different isms going on, how are you going to be free? How is that going to help you? How is that going to, you know, free you out of your prison? So be transparent, be clear so you can be healed. And that goes back to a question that my mentor would say. Do you want to be like, how bad do you want it? Do you want to be free or do you want to sit here and go through these situations where you sitting there, you can't sleep good. You sitting there, you have anxiety, you have um anger issues, you have depression issues, you have all of these different things going on, but you're not being transparent enough or clear enough with your own self to say, hey, I need some help. Admit that you have a problem or an issue and watch how the Lord can come in and help you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You cannot fix yourselves. It's a process, but you give that thing to God and see what He can do for you. God can do more than any of us can do down here on earth. So why sit here and try to fight a fight that you are not equipped to handle at this particular point in time? It's not saying that you're weak. It's not saying that you're not strong, but in this particular area, you need help. So in order to get help, admit that you have a problem, admit that there is an issue, and just say, hey, Lord, hey, I'm struggling in this area. Please help me. I need some deliverance. I need some healing. I am struggling in this area. I want to be free. So, that's pretty much, what the word is. Well, the notification's going off. Be transparent. So be transparent so you can be healed. And I'm gonna also say subscribe to the channel for more content. And if you like what you hear, go ahead and share it as well. But yeah, that goes back to show, and like I've said for these this time is, regardless if nobody comes on, if somebody comes on, I am going to be consistent every day coming on for every day of the week except for Saturdays and Sundays Depending on, I might do just jump on here regardless of the fact. But, that's the one thing, being consistent. That's one of the things I'm working on. And like I was saying, regardless if nobody's on or if maybe one person hears what I'm talking about, hey, it's all good. But remember that if you want to be free, hey, keep it transparent, keep it clear so you can be healed. And hey, I'm not going to hold you that long. I just wanted to get on here and just talk about that for a little bit. But like I said, subscribe to the channel for more content. Let me say it again. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Cause your girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, want to be able to be a help and be productive in the kingdom. I'm just saying. But like I said before, eventually, I will be having, potential guests to come on so we can chat and just talk about different things and, you know, uh, learn about a little bit of everything because it's all about motivating and encouraging others that regardless of what you got going on in your life, rather if you having a good, if you're doing good in this moment in time, guess what? I want to still continue to motivate you and encourage you. And if you're not in the best type of situation at the time, I want to encourage you that, hey, it's going to get better. You just have to trust God and trust the process. And guess what? I just want you to know that I love you and there's nothing that you can do about it. I'm just saying, I'm here to uplift and motivate you because that's my name, the lighthouse. I'm a lighthouse. And that's the thing. If I can say or talk about or have different guests on to share like their testimonies, that maybe it'll help encourage you that, hey, maybe I can go a little bit longer, or maybe I can do this, or dang, they went through this, man, hey, I can do it too. So hey, I just want y'all to know that, hey, you are loved, you are handsome. You are gorgeous. You are beautiful. You are more than a conqueror. You can do all things through Christ. And just know that, hey, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Hey, if God has planted into you, hey, open up that business or whatever. Guess what? You can do it. And don't worry about what other people might say about it. That, hey, don't do that because there's no reason for you to do that. Nah, you rebuke that, you bind it up, and you send it back to the pits of hell. Because guess what? Everybody has purpose. Everybody can do, beautiful things. You just have to trust God, trust the process. And if He has imparted on you a vision, then guess what? You carry on that vision and you continue to push forward and continue to trust the Lord. Because guess what? Regardless of how it may look right now, if God said it, then guess what? It's going to happen because God does not lie. God don't lie. But we as people, we tend to get impatient and wondering when it's going to happen. But guess what? It's not in your time or my time. It's in God's time. So, hey, just like I said for tonight's topic is be transparent, be clear. Let me say it again. Be transparent and clear if you want to be healed. And guess what? I'm not going to hold you that much longer, but I'm going to say it again. Be transparent. Be clear if you want to be healed. Don't hold on to those things that are trying to, weigh down on you. Vocalize about these things of what's going on in your life. And guess what? You don't have to tell it to me or nobody else. Tell that thing to the Lord. And guess what? Watch how God moves in your life. So, hey, like I say, I got two hands. Well, one hand is holding the phone. I got two hands, and I thank God for the plan. And guess what? I will check you later, you beautiful people. But hey, like I said, I'm going to say it one more time. Be transparent and clear if you want to be healed. Ultimately it's up to you, because guess what? God has given us the gift of free will. He's a gentleman. So guess what? He's not going to force you to do anything that you think that you don't want to do, but just be safe, stay hydrated, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow. So later.